We are approximately 5 miles east of Washington, D.C., and that's where you find this place, Commanders Field in Landover, Maryland. It's the Battle of the Beltway. Baltimore and Washington are underway. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
The
whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. First carry of the game for Brian Robinson. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
Throwing now is Daniels. Oh, his first throw of the game going to be intercepted. Picked off by Roquan Smith. And they'll have the ball set up in the red zone at the 16-yard line.
Brandon, I wonder if someone's down there checking on the head coach right now because he might be in a little bit of shock after what just transpired. Instead of a lengthy opening drive to deal with, his guy stepped up and stole that drive away. Momentum on their side now. How will they attack on offense?
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. On the ground, this is Derrick Henry. And he was able to shed 1 tackle but could not get away from there. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. Now it's Jackson. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. They'll look to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Flowers. And he's going to come up well shy of the first here as the tackle's made right around the 12. They'll break the huddle here and go for it. This is 4th down. To throw is Jackson. A hit as he throws, and this is going to be incomplete. John Harbaugh not afraid to go for it this time. Doesn't work out. And Washington will have it on the turnover on downs. They start on the ground with Robinson here. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Trenton Simpson firing in and sticking him for a loss.
Partner, one thing I was lousy at growing up, track and field, I could never anticipate the start before a race. But how about that backer? He figured it out, jumped the count, and turned it into a really nice play for his defense.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. To throw is Daniels. And complete to Zach Ertz. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. The rookie from LSU leading this offense well. A good throw there leads to a 1st down. On 1st and 10, it's Robinson. And he'll get this up just shy of the 30.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
Down to the 10. Touchdown, Washington. Terry McLaurin, 71 yards. And the Commanders get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And a drive that stalled out last time. Went for it on fourth, didn't get it. How does that translate here? And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by Quan Martin. And running with power here. Shreds him with a stiff arm. And the Commanders are going to get possession of the football as time will run out on this first quarter of play. 6-0 our score after one. Second quarter now from our nation's capital, and it's Washington in possession of the football as they go to work on a 1st and goal. Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay. The offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted. The delay of game, a costly one, as they're backed up 5 for 1st and goal. Hand off to Robinson out of the shotgun. And he takes it into the end zone across the chalk. Now there is a flag down, but I think that's offsides on the defense.
Yeah, I think that's going to stand, partner.
And now the Washington offense going to stay out there and go for 2. Daniel's going to try and throw for it. That is caught. He's got it. And the lead will move to 14-0. Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together. Oh,
man, get the fuck out of here.
Now another one intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Bobby Wagner.
Partner, I think this one went awry very simply because he overestimated his arm strength and his ability to fit it anywhere he wants to. A lot of quarterbacks do that and often pay the price.
Here's the first carry for Austin Eckler. And he works his way forward to pick up 4 yards there, 2nd down.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. To the air goes Daniels. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. The sack there by Roquan Smith. Now look at this, 4th and 12, and they're going to line up to go for it. Daniels going to throw for it. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 44. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. That ball caught by the former Toledo Rocket, Deontay Johnson. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down.
That is definitely what we call our defense an uh-oh play. And what you mean by that is against Lamar Jackson, when you see him out of the pocket, your first thought is, uh-oh, he's going to try and run it. How do I get to him and get him on the ground? And guess what? That didn't happen, and his receivers took advantage.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Dante Fowler. That is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half. Following the sack, they'll try to change their fortune here on 2nd and 13. Jackson. On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete.
And he's only hit on 2 of his first 6 passes. Time for a quick quarterback regroup here with a big 3rd down coming up.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And it's Washington that scoops it up. And they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line. Following the fumble recovery, Daniels. He'll get this out wide to Eckler. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit. But get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are. You know, make him make someone miss in the open field. A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant yardage.
Now Washington going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they stop him with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Daniels from the gun on 3rd down. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Back at the 26-yard line. Trenton Simpson. That is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half. And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the 2nd quarter. Austin Seibert sets up for the field goal try. On the right hash, it's a 43-yard attempt. And he missed it. That was neither far enough. It wasn't even on target. It's no good, and this will remain a 2-touchdown game.
One of the few things that hasn't gone right in this first half. They had a chance there for late points, but this one winds up off the mark.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they'll have time for 1 play. That's it. 3 seconds to go before intermission. That's caught. It's Flowers. He's still on his feet. And he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
The way this one was going, you just got the sense they needed something before half. They've at least got something on the board now. Still trailing, but a good sign.
That takes me back to our preseason tour of NFL camps. You remember we talked with that one coach who said his emphasis this year was scoring in the last 2 minutes of a half, heading into the locker room. This hits it right there. Take that momentum, take that good feeling, and take it to the locker room, regroup, and start over. They got it here.
They did indeed. A lot of football, full half to be played. A one-touchdown ball game, 14-7 our scores. We get back at it on EA Sports. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. All in all, pretty manageable deficit, Charles, here as they start this third quarter offensively when you consider the fact that in the first two quarters, they had two costly turnovers.
I think you laid it out there perfectly, partner. Very tough to hold a lead going into the break if you continue to hand it over on multiple drives.
Yeah, and obviously, Charles, it would be very tough to climb back into the game if those turnovers continue.
I would say borderline impossible. You keep turning it over, I don't know how you make up a deficit.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Off the option, here's Henry. And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. Second down coming up.
I have to think a major focus at a halftime means had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secure before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
3rd and 8. Throwing is Jackson.
Bitch.
Oh, for the 3rd time, Jackson going to be intercepted. And the Commanders are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line.
Well, I certainly think that we're seeing a big reason why this team has struggled to put points on the board so far, because too many of their drives have ended in turnovers already, and we still have almost a full half of football yet to play.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They'll start at the 40, so great starting field position following the interception. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
From the shotgun, it's Daniels. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
But based on the play we just saw there, he might not be the guy you want to challenge in coverage on these all-important snaps. He certainly looks dialed in right now.
Ball placed at the 45 for 2nd and 5. Now Daniels. This a quick slant, and he's got Terry McLaurin. He's to the 15. Touchdown, Washington. Terry McLaurin, 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Commanders are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. They'll look to throw. And no, it falls incomplete. So the 2-point conversion no good. Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Play action. Now Jackson flushed out. And he gets the receiver, and he's brought down. Dorrance Armstrong picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. From the gun, it's Jackson. And that one going to come up short. Low throw.
Well, partner, guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make 3rd down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap.
Bitch.
And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down. Cleveland Farrell with a big-time sack on 3rd down. It's a loss of 7. They'll try and throw for it with Jackson being chased out left. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert.
The fuck was that?
A surprising move to go for it. Predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And Washington will take control of the football in great field position. And this is caught. It's Brown. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Come on. Hey.
Robinson fighting, but he won't get too far. Maybe a yard, that's all, down to the 2. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal.
Trap 60.
And this will result in him losing yardage. Back to the
fuck out of here.
Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
No question, he's so dangerous down here near the goal line. The safeties, they have to be involved in run support against a quarterback like this, and in turn, they're going to ask their teammates to be involved as well.
Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. Touchdown, Washington. The 3-yard touchdown pass. And the Commanders have pretty well put it away here in the 4th quarter. They'll try and throw for it. And this is going to be caught. So add 2 more to the lead as they continue to pour it on here in the 4th. Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going.
Charles, we know that this offense is aggressive. We saw that last drive. They went for it on 4th down, didn't get it. Then they give up the touchdown. So now you feel like they really need to respond here.
They certainly do, but let's face it. Sometimes when you take that risk, you understand if you fail, a little more onus goes back on your ball club to try and pick themselves back up.
They'll roll him out right. Completing it to the right side, Johnson. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 11 yards there, just like last play. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Now it's Jackson. And he's going to be touched down, but he's got the 1st down.
This defense has certainly had an outstanding 2nd half, haven't they? I know they just gave up a 1st down there, and for the offense, they're hoping that that's something that they can jumpstart with and maybe start to move the ball a little bit better. But it's been tough sledding for them here the entire 2nd half.
And he'll go right back to Andrews. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. He's been a one-man wrecking crew these last couple of plays. This time 18 more and a 1st down. Jackson from the shotgun on the move to his right.
Bitch.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. He couldn't get rid of it. He takes a sack for a loss of 6 to bring up 2nd down. From the gun, Jackson. And it's caught. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
So a victory here for the Commanders.
And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Commanders Field holds a little more than 80,000, and they have come out in droves here in Landover, Maryland. It's the Battle of the Beltway. Baltimore and Washington are underway. And that's going to skip into the end zone for a touchback. They'll run for the first time here with Brian Robinson.
Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
And that's into the hands of Eckler.
They'll wind up getting 7 on the play. And now 1 yard to go on third down.
Zero hesitation that time. That was get ball, throw ball.
Yeah, it turned into a smoke route. If you see the coverage off the receiver, doesn't matter whether you call it a run or not. Just take the ball, get it out to him.
And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short.
They tried their best to pick up that 3rd and 1, but their surge wasn't enough to counteract what came back at them from the defensive side, was it?
Offensive line, especially in the middle, looked like they were on skates a little bit when that one started.
So now we bring up 4th and inches. This would be a critical call.
A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game. And on the opening drive of the afternoon, the defense forces a turnover on downs. Jackson now.
A check down here for Henry.
And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down.
The NFL's leading rusher in 2019 and 2020, Derrick Henry.
And only able to muster a couple down to about the 27. So they've been unable to capitalize on the great field position as of yet. Here's 3rd and 9. And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. So Jackson will head to the Ravens sideline, and on comes Justin Tucker for the field goal try.
The fuck was that? God damn.
Short and to the right, it's no good. And this will remain a
Fuck
scoreless
that
game.
all up.
So a bit of a weird kick there. That wasn't an overly long attempt, but that never had a chance.
You almost wonder if he might have maybe got that one on the laces because it kind of knuckled on him a bit. And this one winds up in empty possession.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And last time, went for it on fourth, didn't get it. Let's see if they can pick themselves up off the mat and do better this go-around.
Sometimes I have this vision of coaches writing notes to themselves before a game. And sometimes that note says, be aggressive, stay aggressive. Maybe that's what we saw in the last possession.
Yeah, they were very aggressive. This time, will it result in points? We'll find out. The rookie from LSU leading this offense well. A good throw there leads to a first down. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Now a fake on the jet sweep, and off the play action, he'll look to throw it. To the right side and intercepted. Picked off by Roquan Smith. And the Ravens are going to get possession of the football as time will run out on this first quarter of play. No score after one on EA Sports. Raven football here as we begin quarter. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And the last time that they were on the field, a little demoralizing. Missed field goal. You know, always feel like you want to get in the end zone, but then, oh, well, at least we're going to get three. Didn't go through the goalpost. So
It does test the mental processes of a team, though, doesn't it? Because when you miss a field goal, it's amazing how fast they want to turn on the guy kicking the ball. But you need to keep his confidence up because how many times have we seen games where it comes down?
they're looking for Andrews, but this is intercepted. Jeremy Chin picks it off, and they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line. So consecutive interceptions here early on in this one, and maybe setting the tone, Charles, for a game where the defense really takes center stage.
And don't you think that both offenses are really catching a bit from their coaching staff about avoiding these turnovers that we've seen early? I think both teams are trying to find an advantage. We know that. Can one of them break away and take control of this game?
Here's a 2nd and 8. On the bootleg, it's Daniels. Rolling to his right. He completes this one to Terry McLaurin. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. A very nice pickup of 33 yards.
One of the things that led this organization to commit to him as a starting quarterback as a rookie, his ability to keep his eyes downfield and make plays out of the pocket. Able to see the...
And he takes it in for a Commanders touchdown. Austin Eckler, a 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Commanders post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this second quarter. Extra point by Seibert up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. The Baltimore offense at the line set to get going. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. And the catch made by Johnson. So the completion good for 7 there, and it's 2nd down. A pivot and a give to Henry. And he tries to power forward, but he will not get back to the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. Here is 3rd and 5. Jackson. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
It's going to be another frustrating end to a drive here. This offense, they've not been able to get anything going in this first half. And now it's going to be time to gather on the sidelines and try to figure out what's going wrong.
Come the fuck on, bro.
Time to implement it.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out.
And Washington will take control of the football in great field position.
And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington.
Austin Eckler
with his second touchdown here in this first half.
And the Commanders are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0.
Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off. From his end zone, here comes Justice Hill.
Escapes the defender.
And he's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage there by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive. And they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp.
And that's caught inside the 35. And they finally do get him, but not before he reaches the 27. So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's 1st and 10. Play action. It's Jackson.
And this one too low.
This is a half with not just the coverage, but the entire defense is setting the tone in this game.
In motion, Aguilar.
To throw is Jackson. Steps away.
Bitch.
He throws it on the move, but can't connect as that falls incomplete.
So now 3rd and 10. A big play to start the drive, but nothing since. Now it's Jackson.
A throw on the run, but that's going to be incomplete.
Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get the 3rd down in the first.
The fuck is going on?
Yards on 1st and 2nd down.
John Harbaugh not afraid to go for it this time. Doesn't work out.
And the Commanders come through with a 4th down stand. Play action. Now it's Daniels. Pass to Brown. He's got it on the crossing route. Still going inside the 20.
And he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
Here's Seibert now to add the extra point. And it is now 21-0. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon.
The Ravens set to receive the football, trailing here as we resume action in the 3rd quarter. Hill is going to take it out of the end zone. And this return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going.
And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to...
Oh, Cardinal sin there, thrown back over the middle, and it's intercepted.
Picked up by the linebacker, Bobby Wagner. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line.
That one is going to sting. First play of the 3rd quarter and a turnover.
And you have to know that at halftime, they spent a lot of time going through their checklist of what they wanted to accomplish to start this 3rd quarter. Turning it over like this was not on that list.
Not at all. And you come out of the locker room trailing. And he'll score. Touchdown, Commanders. Austin Eckler.
A 12-yard touchdown grab.
And the Commanders take the forced turnover on defense and convert it into 6 points.
Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And it is 28-0.
Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
Well, it's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. A turnover on the last drive, they had the issue.
Oh, for the third time, Jackson going to be intercepted. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. This will be caught by Brown. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10.
He'll get this out wide to Eckler.
And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown.
Austin Eckler
From 8 yards out.
And the Commanders have taken a 5-touchdown lead. So that one his 4th touchdown catch of the game, one behind the all-time record of 5.
Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off.
They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And good coverage defensively. They wouldn't let him get ahead of steam going, and he'll be brought down at the 15.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going.
Well, the disparity in this game, it just seems to grow with each possession here, Charles. They are really struggling. They have not put up a single point, and on the other side, the points keep piling up and up and up.
So you know the frustration level has to be rising, right? So they've got to find a way to quell that, because otherwise they certainly won't get anything done in this one. Keep diving deeper into the offensive playbook, but bottom line is don't quit competing.
Now Jackson. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
And you can tell just by looking at him that this offense is a frustrated unit. Things are really unraveling here, and as a head coach, time to earn your paycheck. You've got to find a way to keep it together as that brings up another 4th down.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And now the football's going to go over, already being placed at the 15-yard line.
Touchdown, Washington.
Noah Brown, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Commanders get another 3rd-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead.
Seibert on for the PAT. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off.
Hill is going to take it out of the end zone. And he returns this to the 22.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
That's complete. It's Zay Flowers with it.
And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
The
left
fuck?
to make up, obviously, a lopsided contest, and we're already in the 3rd quarter.
And they won't get it all back in one play or one drive. That's cliche, but it's true, Charles. If they can just maybe get plays like that and get a little momentum built, they can get the scoreboard a little closer.
And can you add some blinders to the cliche, meaning keep these guys from looking at the scoreboard, because that doesn't help them at all right now. Their focus needs to be on finishing every drive with points and playing mistake-free football from here on out.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Dorrance Armstrong. Give him the credit for the sack and a loss of 14 yards.